everyone, welcome back to Simrai Fashion Academy YouTube channel once again. I'm happy to be with you on this channel once again for another interesting tutorial. So today's tutorial will be focusing on the corset with strap, as you can see right there on the thumbnail. So our corset with strap, we need our off shoulder. We'll be manipulating our off shoulder for the strap. We'll be using our basic bodies for the strap as well. So there we have two kinds of strap, and to achieve this and for it to sit perfectly on your body, you need to follow this video instructions. So right now I have my basic bodies pattern, and right here this is the front basic bodies pattern. So in order for you to join us or follow up this tutorial, you need to know how to draft your basic bodies pattern. So right here, this is my shoulder, this is the chest line, I have the bust point, I have the under bust point, and finally the waistline or the front leg. So we want to start this tutorial without wasting much time. So if you are new to this channel, please kindly subscribe, turn on your notification bell to receive videos like this every day. Like this video, share to family and friends, and drop your comments on the comment section and your suggestions as well. So the first thing I'm going to do to start off this drafting is to divide my shoulder seam line by 2 for our upper bust contouring. So once that is done, I'm going to connect my shoulder to the bust point. And the next I'm going to do is to find my bust circumference. So the bust circumference is the distance from your bust to the under bust, which I'm going to rotate right now. So the bust radius gives you that good idea on how to draft your neckline so it does not expose your bust, and it also helps you on your padding, okay, on the padding of your dress or your bustier. So we are making a corset, and this corset we are going to make right now, I'm going to let the neckline sit on the bust point the way it is on the thumbnail. So from the bust point, I'm coming in by 0.5. This will be my first boning channel, okay? So once that is done, next is to create the neckline. So to create my neckline, I'll be coming in with my pattern ruler. But then, if you look at what we have right there on the screen, on the thumbnail, you can see this is our bust radius. On this line, I'm measuring the bust radius. From my bust point, my bust radius sits exactly at this point. So since it sits exactly at this point, I'm going to come down by 3/4 of an inch. This is exactly for what we have on the thumbnail. So if you see right here, you can see we have the bust radius and we are coming into the bust. That means this dress is going to sit on the bust just as it is on the thumbnail. So now I'm creating the neckline. Okay, so I've created the neckline, and then I'm going to return this neckline from here to where I have this armhole connecting the straight line. So I'll sit it right here. Okay, so I can freehand it. Sometimes the pattern ruler does not actually give us exactly what we want. So I freehand it and I get what I want at that point. So I want to contour my upper bust, and from this line and this line, I'll come in from here by 0.75, and I'll come in from here by 0.75. That gives you a perfect contour line for everybody. So I'm going to contour my upper bust. So what I have right here on the upper bust, this is what I'm cutting off completely. So now I want to go over to the corset cup. So for the corset cup, simply connect what you have on this that leg here, and on this part you can see we have this the bust fuller on this part. So from here I have 3.5, which is my bust radius. I'll add half an inch to it, which is 4 inches. Okay, so I'm going to also drop my ruler this way and connect it to this point. So it has to go all the way from here and connect to this line. So once that is done, I want to contour my upper bust. So if you have been following our tutorials on this channel, you can see that this bust contouring, under bust contouring, gives us a perfect fit for every size, even a plus size. So you are going to take your bust circumference very firmly, under bust, very firmly, divide by 4. This is my result, 8.3 for 8¾ and whatever thing that is remaining, I have 1.5 remaining. I'll share it into half. From this outer dark leg, I'm going to add a half of it, which is 3/4, and from here another 3/4. So once that is done, I'm going to connect it back to the bust point, and I'm going to also flip to this point, back to the bust point. And then what I have here for the contouring of the under bust, everything here is going to go out, and from here to here you can see I have 2¼ and that 2¼ I'm going to bring it down directly like this, directly like this. So I want you to also note that what I have here is 2¼ and what I have here is also 2¼ So in other words, I had 1½ here and now I have 2¼ meaning that I added 3/4. So I'll just quickly add the 3/4. That is if you wish to add. But if you don't wish to add, you can leave it and add enough seam allowance that will also take care of that, okay, when you are sewing that. So now if you are adding, this is what you do, and the bust that will be extended back to this point, and from this will come out a little by 0.75 and then we'll go back, okay. That is if you are working on this line. So the way it is now, we are done, okay, we are done. So you can cross check what you have on your waist. I have a waist of 9 inches. So from here to here, I will move what I have there to here, and you can see I have my 9 inches intact. So I have a perfect waist at that point. So it's time for us to jump into the main tutorial, or the main business of this tutorial. And the main business of this tutorial is this strap. So this strap is resting right here. You can see how I placed my ruler. I'm placing my ruler on this, and I'll take it down to this point. That is the strap for you. And the width of this strap is 1.5. That is depending on choice. It depends on what you want. So I'll be taking the 1.5. I'll be taking the 1.5 from this line, and then I will move what I have right here to this line. So my strap is stopping at this point. So everything I have right here is the strap, which you are seeing on the screen, that is resting on the bodies, as you can see. Then the second strap will be formed with an off-shoulder sleeve, okay? So this off-shoulder sleeve, it depends on how oft you want your off-shoulder to be, okay? That is the only way this strap is going to work for you. It depends on how oft it is, okay? But the way it is on that on the thumbnail, the off shoulder is off at 5 inches. What I mean by offing at 5 inches is from the shoulder line, we have the off shoulder sitting at 5 inches like this, okay? So I'm going to draw a line of my off shoulder. So this off shoulder here strap, I'm going to connect it here. You can see the strap is showing itself. So the first strap runs to this, and the next strap runs to this. So I'm going to make my strap equal. The strap I have here is 1.5. I'm also going to measure 1.5. So what I'm tracing now on this off shoulder sleeve, so it means you need to prepare your off shoulder sleeve before you do this. Offing your off shoulder. In fact, for you to get this, you need to draft your off shoulder bodice, draft your off shoulder sleeve. So you know the exact off shoulder sleeve that will be attached right here. So what I have right here is how off I want. At 5 inches, I use to draft this off shoulder. So it means I'm going to attach this off shoulder at 5 inches. So if you don't know how to draft a perfect off shoulder sleeve, I have a detailed video on this channel on how to draft an off shoulder sleeve, which you can use to continue this strap. So this is the off shoulder, and I came down, the width here is 1.5. So I'm going to trace out this sleeve right now. I'll quickly do that and bring it back to show you what next to do. Alright people, so now I have traced out my strap. You can see the 1.5. So this is the strap which we are going to use for this dress. So I set aside my off shoulder. So this is how off this dress is going to be, and this strap will be attached, okay, on this. So all we have right here, this is another strap which is going to continue this dress.